It says we're back. Oh, get out there, Ron, and see what's
buffering right now.
There it is. I see you.
See me enough video.
Someone must be doing something on the other, on like...
Oh, it's a post now. Yes! Nice. Oh, thank God. And it should go straight to your home screen.
What?
It booted.
Oh, computer?
Yeah.
But we're not live yet.
Says we are.
That's doing the glitchy camera shit.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I think technically,
Can they hear us?
can you hear us?
Well, gaming device is ready. 33%. That's a good thing.
Is there anything that I need to install?
Not really.
Sure.
I mean, you may just have to
Yes, they can hear us.
Okay, that's a good thing at least.
This has now become an audio podcast then.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'll just edit
Okay, we got it.
It says the stream's current bit rate's 1244 kilobyte per second. It's lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend you use a stream bit rate of 4500.
Alright, well, we got the PC out. So
Yeah, PC booted. That's a good thing.
So,
How do you like that, huh?
how do you like that?
How you like them apples, son?
Now, when it, normally, I'm assuming, obviously, just because it's like a hard reset, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Normally, with that solid state, it's like butter. With
Yeah.
10 seconds, it's up to the home screen. So
Yeah,
this, it should be like this thing should actually be projecting forward in time, where like it'll actually just do.
It'll
things
boot as you hit
before
the
I
power
think of
button.
them.
It will boot as you hit the power button.
Right.
It's that powerful. So, seems we got it for the most part. I think it's just doing its regular thing right now, where it's getting devices ready. Windows and their
like,
weird shit.
Updates. It's,
Yeah.
So, do we still have any video or? I don't know.
Oh, I think it might. That's from the here. We're live on a new one. Oh shit! There it is.
Okay.
There we go.
Right.
Okay. So,
sorry guys. This has been a clusterfuck.
Yeah, a clusterfuck of epic proportions. So, oh, there it is. Hey. Woo!
Sweet.
Hey.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy.
No problem,
Appreciate
dude.
that. I would have fucked something up.
No problem, dude. I mean, I'm more than happy to help. I mean, if you run into any issues, man, I mean, the only thing you really have to do is just, let me know and I'll find out. Oh, yeah, that's right. The stickers. We're going to put the little stickers on here. I don't know if y'all can see it or not.
I edited the Discord announcement with the new link.
Okay.
You can probably say we just kind of stay off at an angle there. Yeah, you can see it. As long as you kind of stand here, kind of to the side.
Okay. Yeah. So if anything, I'll just get down here like this, and if anything, I will use the one that you have here as a little bit of a guide.
Yeah, just run them along the top there.
Along the top. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but
There we go.
pressure just like when I was trying to turn.
Yeah, that might have done it too. I don't know.
It's got the 3 fans on there, and we'll get 2 more on there here with those RAM cards.
Well, there you go, man. It works. Here, I'll get it lined up. Here we go. All right. And Roan's computer is now officially completed.
A bad motherfucker.
Shut your mouth. You got a name for this thing? Like a
No.
ah
I don't do that.
well.
I've never named my computer. I've never named my smart car. Yeah,
Well,
no need to.
I have 2 PCs that I've built that I have at home. The first one I ever built, Prometheus. The second one I ever built was the Stream Machine. And Nick has one, which he named Arson.
Arson?
Arson. Like Arsene. Arson the thief.
Arson, like, as in, like...
Lupin the Third.
That's an Irish thing, right?
No, it's French. Arson.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
And then I made one for Brian, and he calls it the Ninja PC because it's so quiet. Here, let's get the microphones up a little bit closer to us now that we don't require such space. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you on camera?
Here. I'll scooch this way so I can be on camera. So yeah. So we wouldn't have been able to do this build without the help of our secret weapon here, the iFixit toolkit. This is the one that I actually bought with a little bit of a discount when Linus is still sponsored by them, I think, and they do awesome. They do really good work with their stuff because not only do you get all the screws or all the drill or the bits and everything with the screwdriver, you also get all these little things, little prying tool which I have used to fix multiple iPhones for my family and everything,
and gouge out the eye or two.
Yeah. You pop out eyes out of the socket. You dig up under fingernails and toenails. Hey, you started this. You started it. I'm just taking it to the next level.
Yeah, no. If somebody was like, dude,
I'm James Cameroning this shit.
I like to think that under torture, I'd hold up pretty good, but I'm pretty sure with the nails ripping off, that would be like.
That would.
Okay, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Yeah.
But.
Hell, if you want me to talk, all you need to do is just, Christina Hendricks naked under on top of a bearskin rug, and I'd just be like, yeah, here's the secret codes. Here's all my all the details. Hi, Christina.
Well, and I give a special thank you to Leah for helping fund all the upgrades for my PC.
Yeah, so this is big time thanks to Madre, Leah,
Madre.
Which, here, let me get my phone up here so I can, there we go.
She definitely helped me out with a lot of Christmas money and stuff, and helped me get these components and stuff that I need. So I do thank you for that very much, and I love you. So
yeah,
but yeah, we were talking about I caught up on Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, Mandalorian.
They had Disney Plus while I was down there, so like
because it's episode 1. Now here's the thing: we're watching this with a certain individual. Can't give away who it is right now. Y'all will see whenever the video comes out. But we're going to leave it up to them whenever we do the whenever it comes to episode 1. If they want to watch it, we'll watch it. I don't mind watching episode 1 again.
I'm assuming, are you talking about like reaction, like you guys are gonna record it and then like kind of like
we're gonna chop up the footage to where where it'll show our best reactions. The parts where the person has questions that they want answered, we're gonna pause and talk about it and get them up to speed if they have confusion. And not only that, but we also just want to have fun with this. So we're creating our own order. We're calling it Renegade Order, and to which that's the thing that I really whenever I suggested Renegade Order instead of Machete Order, I actually recommended that we watch Rogue One first.
I think Rogue One actually, I liked it. I know some people have issues with it, but I think it's it's a good solid movie.
I like it. I like it a lot. To me, it's probably my favorite Star Wars movie of the newest ones. And here's my logic behind watching it first.
Personally, it's probably my favorite of Star Wars, but I'm not a huge like Star Wars fan necessarily. So out of all of them, Rogue One is probably my favorite.
Okay, fair enough. Well, my thinking on Rogue One being first is because if you have never seen Star Wars before, never, you are not aware of what the full outcome of Rogue One is going to be. We as Star Wars fans, where we know and we've watched the Star Wars movies, we know exactly what's going to happen at the end of Rogue One. We know.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, the characters could have survived and stuff, more than what happened.
But here's the thing, though. It makes the impact that much more for a first-time watcher watching this film, that you get attached to these characters, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is just like, damn. And then we tie in right at the end with Princess Leia, and right at the beginning of Episode 4, boom. Like, literally right after.
It's kind of a trade, because you trade like certain impacts of things as a previous Star Wars fan for a different kind of impact.
Yeah,
going into it blind. It's like you don't get the same kind of like, oh, Princess Leia at the end, and stuff like that.
Well, also,
it's still pretty cool.
Like in the scene where the Luke and Obi-Wan Kenobi get on the Millennium Falcon, and then they end up going to they get intercepted by the Death Star. There's that moment where it's like Han Solo's like, I don't know, where that fighter's heading for that moon, and Obi-Wan's like,
that's no moon.
That's no moon, and it's like, ooh, that's cool. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, no, you trade that off.
Thinking about that, you kind of lose that little part.
Well, you lose it to
but
obviously.
But at the same time, whenever you see that again coming up, the person may very well think, like, it's heading towards that small moon, and then the very moment Obi-Wan goes, "That's not a moon. It's a space station." As soon as that is said, the person will probably just be like, "Oh God, no! Oh no! 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 No!" You see,
not to mention, they also got to see the Death Star fire one reactor for that whole movie.
They never saw the full reactor firing.
And so they're gonna see, it's like they're gonna be even more like tense whenever it's like, prepare for a full power blast, and like they see the fucking planet explode.
No, yeah, that's true.
Oh my God.
But, yeah.
Oemamo. Shinderu, Nani?
When you see that as like a first-time watcher, you're just like, damn. But like when I could imagine seeing that after seeing it like blow up cities in the first one, and just be like,
and then just explosion.
I think that's actually gonna have a bit more impact for that reason.
Explosion.
That's the thing. Like, they cheapen the value of that with Rise of Skywalker in so far as like now
God,
I don't want to get into
you don't have to
but
the whole thing with how Rise of Skywalker went. Here's what I would have done if I were Disney. I would have had J.J. Abrams be the overseer of the entire Star Wars, because if you're trusting him to start it, you better make sure you damn well finish it within the realm of the story that he's wanting to do, because if you don't, you wind up looking like an idiot. And, well, what I would have done, because he had a spec script written for Episode 8 and Episode 9, and the thing is, they gave those spec scripts to Rian Johnson, and at the time, the director for the ninth film, Colin Trevorrow. But then, all of a sudden, Rian Johnson, who negotiated to have full creative control over Episode 8, and convinced the Disney producers that I'm going to make this film subversive, and no one's going to expect anything. And the Disney reps were just like, all right, let's give him a shot. Let's see what happens. Right. And then we all know what happened next.
And that's the big thing for Rise of Skywalker is so much of the movie is spent like course correcting away from from all the things that Last Jedi did, and so the movie feels like two movies shoved into it. Like the first half of it is just going to this. Like they're doing things in such a fast pace. There's no time to breathe. There's no time to breathe. Like they're trying to hit all these little check marks and stuff.
It's because they're trying to play catch up.
Yeah. And so there's that, and there's also the it's very clear that
The Emperor.
that the Emperor was not intended to be
No.
the thing. That was like, fuck it, here's a big ass band-aid on this gaping wound.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know,
Plot hole. Fixed.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
it's so apparently there were changes made that like J.J. Abrams wasn't even involved in, so that he like when he was seeing it at the premiere, apparently he was
surprised.
pissed off. Yeah.
Of course he was, dude. I mean,
because they're just like fucking doing whatever now. At this point.
Well, yeah, and this to me is a sign that Kathleen Kennedy may be out as the producer, as like the main producer.
Careful, you'll be a misogynist if you say that.
Why? Because I don't
know.
Because of the diminishing returns of the films under her watchful eye. I mean, okay. Force Awakens makes. Actually, let's do the math on this, shall we? Let us do the math. Okay, Star Wars franchise. Okay, go ahead. The Star Wars franchise.
Nick heard math and he's gonna run.
Here we go. So, all right. So, reception. There we go. Oh, come on. Okay. So, Star Wars films. There we go. Critical reception. There we go. So, in terms of box office, since Kathleen Kennedy has taken over. Okay. Since Kathleen Kennedy has taken over, The Force Awakens made $2 billion, about an even $2 billion. Last Jedi made $1.3 billion, and Rise of Skywalker right now, which has been slowing down immensely, has only made $936 million. So, with each film that has come out, diminishing returns. Oh, and not only that, dig this. Rogue One, which was made for, which a lot of people, had their problems with, but mostly a lot of people liked it, made $1 billion. Fair enough. Solo, a Star Wars story, which featured Han Solo, one of the greatest characters of all time, made $392 million, and the film cost $300 million to make.
I think part of that was obviously, there's the whole boycott thing that the fans were running with, to not see it. And I didn't go see it in theaters. So
I didn't either. And I did watch it later, and the film is okay, but in terms of how the film was set up and how the film went, number one, it had very few colors that popped out to me. You see, even George Lucas knows that you have to, as bland as his stories are, knows you have to have colors to keep people intrigued with the visual storytelling. Whenever you saw
look at Jar Jar.
Yeah, well, beyond Jar Jar, look at all the planets you go to and everything. Yeah. You look at like Mustafar. You look at Kashyyyk. All of them have their vibrant, beautiful color spectrums that they're on. Solo is pretty much devoid of color. The entire film is drenched in gray color palettes, and during the action scenes, they're drenched in a brown color palette, like gray and brown. What's interesting about them? Why not show off these worlds that have these beautiful? Now, don't get me wrong. The Kessel Run was awesome.
Yeah, I think it's for the aspect because it's supposed to feel kind of like a Western sort of.
But you see, I get the fact that they want to go with the feel of a Western, but that's the reason why Westerns aren't done that way anymore. Ever since Sam Peckinpah came out with the Wild Bunch and just completely threw out all the old school rules of Westerns, Westerns can't do that anymore. 310 to Yuma is the closest thing I can think of, and even then they had to change up the formula enough to keep the vibrancy and keep everything going. I mean, and there's so much that can go good with a film, and there's so much that can go wrong with a film. With Solo, its biggest issue was a confusion in tone. Also, number two, my second biggest caveat, I love Emilia Clarke. What was the point of her character?
To bring in Darth Maul, of course. Which was equally as stupid. If you haven't watched the Clone Wars series, then showing Darth Maul is just going to confuse the fuck out of people that at least know the Phantom Menace.
Dave Filoni is rolling his eyes right now at the idea of them doing that, because the stories he wrote with Darth Maul and like the Clone Wars and Rebels were awesome. They were amazing. And to see it just fall to the wayside like that, and now Dave Filoni is one of the head writers of The Mandalorian, and that's the reason why The Mandalorian's so good. That and the fact that Jon Favreau is the lead producer on it, and is getting great directors like Taika Waititi, and great directors to handle the episodes. Each thing feels like a movie, at least that's what people have said. And, I mean, there's been people who shit on The Mandalorian and said, oh, well, it doesn't meet this or it doesn't meet that. It's like, okay, but does that matter?
Yeah, there are a couple scenes in Mandalorian that are kind of like baffling in logic to some degree, but I obviously don't want to get into spoiler territory. And so what I'm thinking of is kind of like towards the end of the show. But
from what everyone has said to me, the fact that he has Dave Filoni involved, who I think is probably the best Star Wars story writer of the last 20 years. Given everything he's given to us. I mean, the Clone Wars, Rebels alone, those two series alone have, to me...
No, yeah, I mean, Mandalorian is great. I think that's what Star Wars honestly needs. We need to... I mean, it's a good thing that this is kind of the end of, like, the Skywalkers and Solos and stuff like that. Because Star Wars being such a large universe it is, there's just endless possibilities with the different stories you can tell, the characters you can introduce.
In which they're talking about now going with the Old Republic storyline.
Yeah, which
if they do KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, Darth Revan. Mm-hmm. And from what I hear, Keanu Reeves is talking to Disney, and if he plays Darth Revan, did you see Keanu Reeves in what was it called?
It was a movie on Tai Chi.
The Man of Tai Chi?
Man of Tai Chi, yeah.
Yeah, he directed that film.
He was good.
Yeah. Well,
because I never really seen Keanu Reeves as a villain.
Probably my favorite Keanu Reeves moment is in a film I absolutely hate. It's a movie called Always Be My Maybe. Like, that's literally the name of it. Mm-hmm. And it's about these two people who've been dancing around each other, should we get in a relationship or shouldn't we get in a relationship? Should we get in a relationship or shouldn't we get in a relationship? And this guy is pretty much by the wayside being her backup plan every time she gets in a relationship and breaks up with the guy. He's always there for her. Like, he is her shoulder to cry on. And he doesn't make a move or anything like that. And she keeps putting him in the friend zone, even though he's doing everything he can. And he's not looking for sex. He actually cares about this person. He cares about her. And the whole thing is, I hate that movie so much, but it has one scene in it that I swear to God, when I saw it, I couldn't help but laugh so hard, I almost blacked out. Because it deals with these two people, those two who are a couple, sitting in this restaurant with their friend who's waiting there for her boyfriend, and she's so excited for them to finally meet him because she's kept it a secret for a long time that she's had a boyfriend, and then all of a sudden they're just like, who do you think who do you think he is? What do you think he's like? And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, there he is. And then they turn around and they look at the door, and in walks Keanu Reeves. And it's like slow motion. He's got the sunglasses on, epic music as he's walking in. And then all of a sudden he goes over to like all the cool people who are sitting over there. He goes up to them. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Like does like the the handshakes and everything. And then he comes up to the girlfriend and he like caresses her face, behind grabs behind her head. It's like, "I missed you, son." And then he kisses her, and I'm just like, I couldn't stop laughing. That's one of the funniest scenes ever, and it's to me one of the worst films on Netflix. Oh my God! If anything, just watch the scene on YouTube. They have that scene on YouTube. Just watch it. It is honestly one of the greatest things ever comprised inside of one of the worst things ever.
And then the other thing that came out that I was excited for was about The Expanse season 4.
Oh yeah, you
Because
talked about that.
The Expanse, it was on Sci-Fi, but it had been canceled into like season 3.
And then
Fortunately,
Amazon
Amazon picked it up, and I was able to watch that when I was down there in Florida, and that's cool. It's anybody that likes hard sci-fi. It's definitely a good show to go to. I'm looking forward to season 5. You haven't followed it, right?
No, not yet. But
if you have Amazon Prime, it's definitely worth checking out.
I do, and I might check it out. I mean, because everything you've said about it, given what you've shown me with what you've got for for Axiom, I'm just like, damn.
This show is way harder sci-fi than mine. Like that, like everything is like it's realistic as far as like how they treat the physics and stuff that are going on in the story. There's no magical fucking things like artificial gravity and stuff. They don't have any of that. It's real cool. There's a lot of cool things. But
so I guarantee you, we got a lot of memes saved up right now.
Jesus, yeah. What we got?
How many? I'm scared. 10.
Oh, by the way, Leo was wondering how she can donate.
Oh, it's actually right down in the description. It's the first link you'll see in the description where you can send us a YouTube video to watch, or just make a base donation. I mean,
she might just want to make a donation. Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah.
Unless you want to put up
11.
a meme, then by all means.
Yeah, if you want to put like a video down there you want us to watch that you think will be funny. I mean, because this is
we said. I'm sorry. Did you say 11?
11.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, we got 11 now.
All right.
Maybe soon to be 12 if Leah sends us one in.
Unless there's like anybody that donated like Ariel that like always doesn't donate a meme but makes me pick one. There might be more.
If that's the case, oh well.
Okay, so first two from Anomalous Wonder with $2 and then $1 donation.
Okay, Anomalous Wonder, arigato. Oh shit, what's this?
You might want to fix the screen behind you.
Amazingly, you have all the money! Verily, there is insects. For. Solitary. Solitaire. Sauce. This is an emergency. Oh, baby.
Part of me questions if
And why don't we just move on to the cutting of the trees?
A program that will make me a head. A program that will make me a mama. A program that will make me a nightmare. A program that will make me pretty.
No! I hate high school musical!
We're not using this camera anymore.
Oh yeah, if you want to take it down so it doesn't... Watch out for the battery pack falling down.
I was looking through a tripod. So this is what LSD looks like visualized, right?
Actually, I'll tell you something.
It's less scary than this. This is what shrooms look like. You too many.
You robot wife. FBI, open up!
Explosion.
Okay.
That was a thing.
No, you know what? I'll say this much. That video actually makes more sense than the actual show it's based on. No, really.
That's probably true.
Yeah, because the Sonic the Hedgehog TV show, that the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, is an acid trip drenched in beer, that got soaked in whiskey and left there for a few weeks, set on fire, and then thrown down a staircase. And when it got to the bottom, all it could put out was chili dogs. That's all it could say. Chili dogs.
That's all you can say. That's all you can say.
I know, right, Dee?
Let's go with the next one.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, I need a palate cleanser.
You remember?
Although,
remember
if it's from Anomalous Wonder.
Red is the perfect one. Black is the brooding bad boy. Green is the clown, and yellow, well, she's the girl. So what are you supposed to be?
I'm Scottish.
Scottish.
I'm Scottish. Freedom! I'm Scottish.
All right.
That was good. He's the brooding one. He's the leader. He's this,
Scottish,
and he's the girl. What's your story? I'm Scottish.
Alright, so I hate to tell you this, guys, but Streamlabs is a dick and no longer shows me your messages on the media control.
Are you freaking kidding
so
me?
I can only see part of your message that gets cut off at the end of the screen with the room that I have. So Azure donates and
Grr.
hope you all had a good New Year's and Christmas, and I'm just waiting for the UK somehow to get pulled into the shit show between the US and Iran. It's the something.
Knowing Boris Johnson, he's like, we're already trying to leave the European Union. We don't need to get involved in another thing.
Oh no, they'll jump right in on this.
I don't know. Boris Johnson, a lot of people say he's just like Trump. I think he's wanting to isolate the country as much as he
I see it
can.
all on
Hey dude, I made this pretty cool meme. I wanted to show it
It's
to
the
you.
first World War that started by
That's so
Germany,
funny.
Austria,
How'd you
Austria,
make it?
Austria,
Well, you
Austria.
see, first I had this really colorful background, and then this really funny cartoon of a salamander, and then this text, ask for a water cup and fill it with soda. I call it Sneaky Salamander. Oh, you want to know how to make a fresh meme? Well, let me show you. First, you take an oversaturated hallway, fill it with shadow demons, and then add some text like, me and the boys at 2 a.m. looking for beans!
Beans!
That's a good one.
Money!
Coming in faster than we can watch them.
Oh.
Alright, Juggernaut.
Jugger! What's up, dude? I'll combine these later on. Good editing! Good editing! Wow, that I did not expect that. All of a sudden, James Rolfe with a shotgun.
From the title of it, because it was AVGN kills Akko, so whoever Akko is.
But still, though, I was not expecting that. All of a sudden, just James Rolfe with a shotgun.
Alright, the next one with a $3 donation from Carl Amigo. Gracias, amigo.
Gracias, señor.
This ain't gonna give me like crotch cancer or nothing, is it?
No way, dude. Not for at least 30 years. And by then, you'll be dead from cell phone radiation.
You better be right. So then, this happens and then, broads just come up here on their knees to give me oral.
Man, it's not really for that, you know?
Well then, what good is it?
Carl, here comes your first buddy now.
What's up, guy?
Whoa, Chief. How about you watch where you're walking here?
How about you pay attention to where you're standing, asshole?
Hey, last time I checked, I own this puppy, huh?
I walk where I want. What's it to you, butt nut?
You're the butt nut.
Come on, you want a piece of this?
Oh, you want a piece of this?
Whoa, easy, guys, easy, guys. Hey, no shoving here. It's here to both like sports, all right?
Yeah, I like sports. So what?
I like sport, yeah.
My team's the best.
I know, right? The Giants.
Giants and Jets. Jets, Jets, idiot.
Bro, you fat kitty.
You wanna go?
Sorry,
You wanna go?
Bye-bye.
It works. Make a move. Make a move. What do we got, a gangbang going on over here, you two? Huh? What'd you say? Yeah, I said it, honey. Come on over here and say that. You step on my friend's lawn, I'm gonna bust your ass.
Your car is badass.
Yeah, I know.
Too bad you're a pussy.
You want some of this?
Yeah, I'll take some.
So much like some Carl's. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you want some now? What, you getting bored back
Make
there?
a move,
Is that all you got?
Boys.
Actually, I don't think I've seen that episode.
Boys, calm down.
It's like, oh, that's a nice necklace you got there. Oh yeah, you like it? Yeah, I like it. I liked it when I bought it.
Liked it when I bought it.
That's mine. Give it back.
Jeez.
All right, the next one's from $3 donation from Nev.
Thank you, Nev. Nev.
You're cute too.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry.
You are?
It's my fault.
It is your fault.
Yeah, I know it's my fault. That's why I'm saying sorry. Oh, bother.
She thinks it's cute that her driver almost hit my kids. And she thinks she needs to take a video of it instead of apologizing like a sane human.
In the middle of the road's gonna help.
You being a bitch is gonna help. Oh, damn.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
It is your fault.
Yeah,
And you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch asshole that told me to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch. I'm sorry. My kids can't
Oh,
hear me
that's
coming.
wish this is how it was.
We can't hear me because
Yeah.
I'm listening to Kids Bop. Your attitude
It's okay.
sucks dick.
Apparently that was a real interaction that went down, I guess. That someone turned into Disney characters. That's awesome.
I'd like to do one where it's literally Goofy and Mickey Mouse doing that one. You are at your destination. Get out of my car.
Right?
Get out of my car. No!
Get Logan to do some shit like that.
Yes, we should.
Funny.
Yeah, we should get Logan.
So you can do the awesome Goofy voice and
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Get out of my
It would
car.
actually be hilarious to have like Ron Swanson driving the car
Yeah.
and have Goofy as the passenger that won't get out of the car. He's like,
What you may have is, can I finish speaking?
Get out of my car.
Get out of my
Get out of my
car.
car before I call the police.
Get 911. Go ahead, do it. That'd be so good.
Alright, the next one's from Bard.
Bard. All right, Bard. What you got for us?
Toss a coin to your Witcher bar.
A coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty.
Jesus.
That's a pretty good animated right there. That was
Dude, Henry
That was
Cavill
good.
nailed it.
Huh?
Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Cavill
so
nailed it.
far, dude, I've been nothing but pleased with Cavill.
I like that. Okay, Scout Trooper 2.
Scout Trooper. Give it to us, man. What you got for the Scout Trooper?
Oh, yes.
Oh, God, no. This is
Yeah,
spoilers.
oh.
This is spoilers. I can't. Damn it. No matter where I turn.
It's not really sweat. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just got an RVB dub over it.
Are we the product of some cosmic coincidence, or is there really a God watching everything, you know, with a plan for us and stuff?
No, I mean, like, why are we here?
It does. I came across it. I was trying to show Ron the actual clip.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about God. Nothing?
Nope.
Sure. Yeah. Seriously, though, why are we out here? As far as I can tell, it's just a block of canyon in the middle of nowhere. Nobody around. The only reason that we set up a red base here is because they have a blue base over there. And the only reason they have a blue base over there is because we have a red base here. Yeah, that's because we're fighting each other. No, but I mean, even if we were to pull out today, and they were to come take our base, they would have two bases in the middle of a box canyon. What's up with that anyway? I mean, I signed on to fight some aliens. Next thing I know, Master Chief blows up the whole Covenant Armada, and I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere, fighting a bunch of blue guys.
That does work. That does work really well.
Until he starts talking about Master Chief. But...
Yeah.
Yeah,
The scene is actually really funny. It's really cool.
I haven't seen it, so
Yeah,
I don't.
You haven't watched any of it.
So
So.
I think that's from the last episode because I haven't seen that scene.
It is from it is the last episode.
Oh God!
But that isn't. You didn't.
I know. Nothing was spoiled.
It's like, oh, there are stormtroopers on bikes.
Well, it's a cool scene because it humanizes, in a way, it humanizes
the stormtroopers
a lot more.
Well, those are scouts.
In both a good and bad way, and you'll see what I mean when. Watch the show.
This next one might be slightly spoilery for anyone who hasn't watched the newest Star Wars movie, but I mean, like, everybody basically had it spoiled from the trailers, so. But this is from Angry Yoda.
Dude, fucking, that was the one cool thing.
Down, you heathen! Vader! How good is this a bit you're doing? Vader!
Oh shit!
Oh, dunk.
Boom. They just pooped him out. Boom.
In peace, may you rest. That is this. No, dead you are. Yoda, you old sponge. You look terrible. Dead? I am. Okay. I know. Dead? I would like you to be as well. I can't die, Yoda. Why not? Come closer. Death is a concept invented by the Jedi. What? I don't even know how to spell it. I was kidding. Just let me lie for a moment. I will use the Force to heal my broken body. Take a while, that will. You be quiet.
36.
Whoa. That was a lot of hard work. A chair. The fitness size for my little body. I'm just going to take a little nap. Oh no.
I will say, one of the things I did like in the movie was where the Emperor, whatever, shoots the lightning in the sky. Not really the scene itself, just the cool sound effect.
Yeah, that was a really cool sound effect.
I expect memes of that to be like dubstep thrown over it or something like.
Yeah.
Freelancer Dan was beaten to the chase because his meme submission was.
Ah, no. Oh, Freelancer Dan.
Sorry, Freelancer
Dan. Skip it or you want to watch it again?
Why not?
Yeah.
You ever wonder why we're here? I mean, right, mysteries, isn't it? Why are we here? I mean,
are we the product of some coincidence,
or
is it really
a god
watching
everything?
You know, with a plan for us and stuff.
What?
I don't know, man.
Keeps me up at night.
What?
Yeah, I'm glad they don't spoil anything because this is a really good scene. You need to watch the show. It's fucking great.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about God.
Nothing.
Nothing? You want to talk about it?
Nope.
No? Sure. Yeah. Seriously, though, why are we out here? As far as I can tell, it's just a box canyon in the middle of nowhere. With no way in or out. The only reason that we set up a red base here is because they have a blue base over there. And the only reason they have a blue base over there is because we have a red base here. Yeah, that's because we're fighting each other. No, but I mean, even if we were to pull out today, and they were to come take our base, they would have two bases in the middle of a box canyon. What's up with that anyway? I mean, I signed on to fight some aliens. Next thing I know, Master Chief blows up the whole Covenant Armada, and I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere, fighting a bunch of blue guys.
It's been a while since I watched RVB.
I haven't watched any of the new seasons since like 13.
Yeah, after Chorus, it kind of got a little weird and stuff. Like they're like moving, like they went back to doing like a lot of like jumping through time and shit.
Freelancer Dan says I'm a little salty.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, man.
So Jerry the Hero donated. Says now that you mention it about Keanu and Darth Revan, here's this.
Oh, is it the Star Wars one where it has his likeness? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the lightsabers.
no. This
is lightsabers.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, such a brutal scene. I love it.
I found this kind of comical a little bit in the movie, that like in this movie where everybody has a gun and everybody seemingly appears to be an assassin, they decide to go with swords on this fight. The ending of it was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, killer editing.
There's what it probably
gamer,
is.
thank you.
I mean, I'm just speculating, but there's a plugin that you can use in After Effects called Saber. Literally, Saber Video Copilot made it and made it for free for people, and it does that like the lightsaber effect beautifully.
Yeah.
Perfectly. And you can do a whole bunch of other stuff like creating like like the tracers and Fury and stuff.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do those. You can do all kinds of cool shit. But that's what I did for like
So cool.
So yeah. Nice.
Well, it'd be.
God.
You know you love. I don't love it. I want to carve my eyeballs out with a melon baller.
It looks like the little dude in the back is stabbing his eyes out.
Yeah. Of course, I know the dance that Dr. Robotnik is doing, which that's the Chris Farley from Chippendales.
I don't know what that is.
There was a very famous skit back on Saturday Night Live when Chris Farley was on there. It was a Chippendales dancing competition. Best dancer won and got a spot on the Chippendales roster. On one side was Patrick Swayze from like Roadhouse.
Red Dawn and stuff.
Yeah, Red Dawn, Roadhouse. And on the other side was Chris Farley, Tommy Boy. You ever seen Tommy Boy?
No, I don't think so. That what was the plot on it?
It was about this guy who. What? Here, hold on. Here, this is. Yeah, Chris Farley. This is him. Tommy Boy, Black Sheep. He was in several very funny movies, but he was on SNL before then, and he was in that skit, and his dance moves were awesome. And Patrick.
It's called Egg Rolled, by the way.
Egg Rolled.
Yeah.
Well, I wish. I have no funny pun to come up with. All I'll just say is boo.
Damn.
Alright, so
What'd you get next?
A couple more from Anomalous Wonder for $2 donations apiece.
Alright, Anomalous Wonder, thank you.
The old Expand Metal Doll.
Little buddy, DK, is that really you? Lovely.
Oh my god, the DK TV show.
What the fuck I'm assuming this is made for like 3-year-olds. Okay, you got it.
It's still going!
I got 43 seconds.
I want to die. I want to die legit right now, guys. Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
End it!
Jesus.
Oh my god!
What the hell was that from?
My brain can only take so much torment before it starts to crawl its way out the back of my head.
Well, let's see how about the next 120 seconds are gonna be.
Could be like Wolfenstein, where you just get it like sucked out of you.
This renegade energy is making me sick.
Okay.
Crash knows I'm up to something, so make this quick. Going to be the key component for my device. Bring me a set of gears and some more device. Feel the night, feel it right. There's no need to hide. Time is right and in sight. You can join in the ride. Pump it up and get back. Feel the force of delinquency. Force of delinquency. Activate the dance bot. Try and keep up the beat. Bow before my renegade. Soon you will all taste the sour conception of defeat. Let's just dance, baby. Activate the dance bot. You want any more? Let's just dance, baby. Like inability. A master of moves and everyone will believe you more. My head is aching and I'm all out of ice.
I get the head is aching
because
part.
it's disproportionately like 10 times the size of your body.
Well, Neo Cortex, he's quite the...
He's like a Mega Mind kind of character.
Yes.
At some point I need to play the remastered stuff.
Oh, the Insane Trilogy?
Yeah.
Just know this, it is very, very hard.
Compared to like the classic or something? Or
Oh, no, well, it's... The originals were difficult. These are still very difficult.
Okay.
Especially the
so
first
it's like
one.
it hasn't gotten easier with age or something?
No, it has not.
Got it. How many we got left?
One.
One left, alright.
Uno mas.
From Freelancer Dan.
Freelancer Dan. Okay, Freelancer Dan, what you got for us?
Did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke? No, what about the Nobel Prize? I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me.
Freaking dad jokes.
Yes, I decided to sell my vacuum cleaner because it was just gathering dust.
That's what they do, dude.
What's brown and sticky?
What?
A stick.
I was gonna say
Also Nutella.
that too, yeah.
Here's a question. Why can't you hear a psychiatrist using the bathroom?
Why not?
Because the P is silent. Wow.
Hey, Angel.
What, Kellen?
What does James Bond do before bed?
What? I don't know. I never fucked him. What does he do?
He goes undercover.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here, Kellen.
Oh, actually.
Oh, no. Why, Al?
What do you get from a pampered cow?
I don't know what.
Boiled milk. Is that enough dad jokes? I can never tell.
I think it's how proud of himself Alistair sounds whenever he delivers the punchline that didn't
Ooh, I have another question for you, Ashley.
Why?
Can February march?
I don't know, can it?
No, but April may.
Okay. I hadn't heard that one.
Get off the stage!
Let him tell his joke.
Get the fuck off the stage!
How many more jokes do we need?
Zero! Get off the stage!
Let's do more.
And why never joke about paper?
No!
Oh, that's fine.
So if that's how the character concepts actually started, that is amazing. Because to see where they are now with Hasbin Hotel, oh my god, that's awesome.
Is that? We good to go?
That's all for now. Okay.
So wrap it up.
Yeah. We need to wrap it up, everybody. So Roan can get this bad mamma jamma back down to his lair, so he can put it to good use.
I got work to do.
Yes, you do.
Damn, the sound of you rubbing your hands together was loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, here, let's see if we can do some ASMR.
Would you guys like to hear the sound of skin rubbing against other skin?
Nick, stop that.
Not that way.
That's not rubbing. That's friction. That's not. There's no friction with that. There's. Oh god.
Yeah, you're adding a lotion factor into that sound.
Yeah. That must be no. You know what that is? That's the sound that the Paradoxum makes whenever it's coming to kill its prey. Because a Paradoxum is a snail. Or no, it's not a snail. It's actually a parasite.
Paradoxum makes this sound.
And he would know because he is the lead singer of Paradoxum.
So hopefully next week I'll have some more concept art for you guys.
Yeah.
And I found out there's a place right here that does posters, and they do it for cheaper than Walmart does it. So I should be able to get some of those and actually like have physical posters up.
Yeah, dude. So. Awesome. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are having to draw this episode to a close. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Thank you for sticking with us throughout all of it. Thank you. Really, thank you. And, yeah, I guess that's going to do it for now. So until next time, signing off.
Happy New Year!
I'm Nate.
I'm Ron.
I'm Nick, and here's my band link. Go like it on Facebook.
And also to everyone who donated, thank you all so much. Everyone have a happy new year. And also, stay happy, people. Peace.
Despite all the dark times.
Shh.